جاء المرسلون لهدي الأمم جاءوا يرفعون للحق علم
بسم الله والحمد لله وصلى الله وسلم على رسول الله. I'm Adam Ali and we're continuing the Seerah episodes, and today inshallah we will talk about prophethood. What does a prophet mean, or a messenger? Who are the prophets and who are the messengers? I will begin with some verses from Al-Quran Al-Kareem. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وتلك حجتنا آتيناها إبراهيم على قومه نرفع درجات من نشاء إن ربك حكيم عليم. ووهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب كلا هدينا ونوحا هدينا من قبل ومن ذريته داود وسليمان وأيوب ويوسف وموسى وهارون وكذلك نجزي المحسنين. وزكريا ويحيى وعيسى وإلياس كل من الصالحين وإسماعيل واليسع ويونس ولوطا وكلا فضلنا على العالمين. صدق الله العظيم. Allah sent many prophets to us to teach us about our religion and about the hereafter, for us to know that there is life after this one and what we should do in order to prepare for that day, the day of judgment. And we were put into a test, and those prophets were sent to us to give us the good news about Jannah, paradise, and to warn us from hellfire, Jahannam, and Nar. Those prophets were around 124,000. There were many, and all of them had certain attributes that we should learn about. The first attribute, that all of them were Muslims. All of them believed in Allah, in God. All of them believed in the Day of Judgment, and all of them believed in the attributes of Allah. That we talked about some in the first episode, that Allah does not resemble any of His creations, that Allah is not a body, Allah is not in a place, Allah is not in a direction, Allah is attributed with power, He is almighty, He's attributed with will that does not change, that doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end. All His attributes, all of Allah's attributes have no beginning and no end. They are not created. So these prophets, all of them were believers in God, in Allah, and they were Muslims. Now, the word Islam is an Arabic word, and the word Muslim is an Arabic word, but not all messengers and prophets were Arabs. Actually, 4 of them were Arabs, which are Muhammad, Salih, Shu'aib, wa Hud. Those 4 prophets were Arabs, the rest were not. Yet, some of them spoke Arabic. Like Sayyidina Adam, Prophet Adam, he spoke all original languages, not the languages, all the languages that exist nowadays, because the languages nowadays, many of them were derived from root languages, the original languages. The original languages, one of them is Arabic and Syriac and Hebrew. Prophet Adam spoke all of them. But he is not Arab. Prophet Muhammad and Hud and Salih and Shu'aib, these four were Arabs. So other prophets did not speak Arabic. Most of them did not speak Arabic, yet they were Muslims. They were Muslims. Islam is not only the religion of Arabs. It's the religion of all prophets. It's the religion of truth. It is the truth about Allah and the hereafter. And no matter what your language is, no matter what those prophets' languages were, all of them believed in one truth, which is there is a God who created everything we see in this life. And this God, it must be that this God is attributed with some attributes like eternity and everlastingness, and that he doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end, he's not a body, he's not anywhere, he's not bound to space and time. We talked about this. So those prophets, all of them were believers in God, they were Muslims, and the second attribute of the prophets that we will talk about is honesty. All the prophets, 124,000 prophets, from Adam, the first of them, to Muhammad, the last of them, all of them, they never ever lied. Not even one of them lied one lie. Even before becoming a prophet, before the angel appeared to this prophet and told him, you are a prophet now. Before the revelation, since childhood, none of them lied. So lying is not an attribute of, it's impossible for a prophet to lie. The second attribute is trustworthiness. All these prophets were trustworthy. If you give them something in trust, they will never betray you. They were men of their words. They never betrayed anyone. The third one is cleverness. All of them were smart. They were clever. They were intelligent, highly intelligent people. Yet we cannot say about any of the prophets that he had a low IQ or he was dumb or he was naive. This is not something we can say about the prophets because it is not the truth. Even Adam, the first human ever, he was highly intelligent. He was so smart. He knew how to do the daily things. He spoke all tongues, we said. He knew how to make money. He knew how to sew clothes. He knew how to deal with everything around him, the day-to-day life. And he was not like some people say he was a monkey or he was an ancestor of monkeys or whatever. They say that he had a common ancestor with monkeys. It is not true. Allah has the power to create a species without evolution. Allah has the power to do that. So all the prophets were honest, they were Muslims, they were honest, they were trustworthy, and they were smart. And another attribute of the prophets, a very important one, is that they don't have anything that repels people from them. Like one having a sickness that makes him very smelly for people not to bear the smell, so they can't go near him, because some sicknesses are like this. None of the prophets had anything that repels people from them, because it will stand between them and delivering the message that they want. So you can't have a prophet sent to the people when people are repelled from him, you know. So what some people say about a prophet Ayyub, about the prophet Ayyub alayhi salam, that worms used to get out of his body, and he used to catch the worm and put it back and tell it to eat from what Allah gave it. This is not true. The worms never came out of Ayyub's body. He had a very strong sickness, but it was not something that repels people. Like when you have a high fever, for example, it's a strong sickness, but it won't make the people around you disgusted from you. So this is not suitable for prophets, and none of these prophets had slip of tongue. A slip of a tongue is when you're talking and you say something by mistake and then you fix it. This is a slip of a tongue, sabq al-lisan. It doesn't happen to prophets, so people hearing them don't hear the slip of a tongue and believe in something that is not true. That was for today's episode. Inshallah, we will continue talking about prophets in the next ones. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with all your friends. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.